And I want to talk to you for a few minutes today about the God that I see. Specifically, I want to talk about I serve a happy God. We can only reflect of God what we see of God. If you see God as mean, if you see God as angry, if you see God as out to get you, if you see God as mad at you, then that's the kind of God, the God of Abraham, that was the kind of God that he perceived was the kind of God he was to him. It was personal. And so many people have only seen a certain kind of God in their mind, and that's what they think God is. But I want you today to see him as the Lord. I want you to see him as Jesus, who is God in the flesh. And the Bible said that Jesus came to show us what God looks like. So the thing that I want you to see is so many people don't have an awareness of who God really is. People go to church like this, especially people who've been out of church, and they come in and they're expecting people to be tired, to be sad, to be bored. They expect to hear the sky is falling, the end of the world, and you aren't ready, and you're no good. But that's not the God that I see in the Bible. That is not his message. He said, I came to give you life and give it to you more abundantly. When people go to church and they see a church that's filled with happy people, not everything perfect in their life, but they're sorrowful sometimes yet rejoicing. They're going through some challenges, but they realize that my source of joy is not in my happenings, but it's in Jesus, and Jesus is the center of my life. Therefore, no man can take my joy. No circumstance can take my joy. And if you don't have that, then you need to get back Jesus-centered in your life. Because our joy should not be in materialism. Our joy should not be in how much money we've got. Our joy should not be in anything this world has to offer. It ought to come from Jesus. People go to church and if they see people happy, they see people upbeat, they see people encouraged, they really don't know what to think. But I've come today to declare that our God is a joyful God. Our God is a happy God. Our God is a musical God. He said, praise me in the dance. He said, praise me with the loud cymbals. He's not sitting up there during praise and worship with his fingers in his ears saying, I wish they'd turn the sound down. God says, I like rejoicing. I like a party. I like celebration. Let there be joy. As a matter of fact, he said, you're not even coming into my presence unless you enter in through the gates of praise and into my courts with thanksgiving. You're not going to get in my presence because I'm a happy God. And I don't want to see your sorrow, and I don't want you come into my presence and praise me, and in my presence there's fullness of joy. And I'm not denying that you got challenges. I'm not denying that your heart may be heavy. I'm not denying that there's problems in your life, but you're not supposed to come to church and feel sorrowful. You're supposed to leave here and get a good bucket of joy poured on your soul, saying the joy of the Lord is my strength, and I can take it and I can make it because he's with me. Take a minute and create an atmosphere that God likes and smile. He's a happy God. I serve a joyful God. People say tsunamis are an act of God. That's because they have a mindset. They perceive God as mad and mean. They call earthquakes an act of God. Tornadoes an act of God. How about we're in a fallen world? How about things just happen in life because we're human beings and this place is not our home? But if you want to know what kind of world God likes, check out heaven. He said it's a place where there's no more sorrow, no more tears, no more sickness, no more death, no more dying. He said, I'll wipe all tears from your eyes because I'm a happy God. And when you get up here, you're going to have everything you need to be happy. But until then, you can have happiness in your soul, even though you live in a world that is plagued with problems. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that you can get notifications on new posts and live streams. Be sure to share this video with a friend. You never know how you can send the Word of God right when somebody needs to hear it. And you can use your social influence for good, for the glory of God. Thanks again. Share it with a friend. And I really appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.